I'm here in Peterborough to see Daniel Evans and visit SpeedCubing.org's warehouse. There are so many SpeedCubes and Twisty puzzles. When you order anything from SpeedCubing.org using the discount code SpeedyGoneCuber5, here's the place where they originally belonged. First, Daniel showed me around where all the cubes were, and then I got to try some really fun challenges which we'll see at the end of this video. I don't know my OLLs and PLLs, 4x4 mirror blindfolded? Keep watching to find out. There's cube mats and cubes. Look at how many medals Daniel Evans has won. Bags to store your Rubik's Cube mats and timers. Here you'll be able to see a lot of Maylong cubes, which are actually some of the best budget cubes you can buy. Plenty of Maylong 3x3s are in stock for just £5, a £5 Pyraminx, a £7 4x4, and you can even buy a beginner Maylong bundle. The Maylongs are the cheapest speed cubes I'd recommend to anyone who is just starting to cube. Next to the Maylongs, they also have plenty more cheap options of hardware with the Qi MS and bigger M×M puzzles by Qi. Now sadly my lens does not have image stabilization and I forgot to set my shutter speed to double the frame rate, so unfortunately the footage is a little bit shaky, so sorry about that, just ignore it for now. Near all the cheap cubes I also noticed brilliant non-WCA puzzles like the Pyraminx. You can also purchase the Qi tournament display, which they actually use at official WCA competitions for just £47. This is brilliant for simulating a cubing competition, and this gets even better with mats with incredible designs by Moyu, Qi, Gan, or maybe you can choose which one you like the most, and loads of stack mat timers. SpeedCubing.org is not only great for buying speed cubes and twisty puzzles, but they also stock the best equipment to help you prepare for your next cubing competition. And if you haven't been to a Rubik's Cube competition yet, I would highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. The M×N speed cubes from YJ, Pyraminx, Square One and Scoob. A lot of cube covers. Yeah, there's another useful tool for simulating cubing competitions at home. And SpeedCubing.org has so many awesome cube covers in stock, so make sure to order one for £2 and use the discount code SpeedyGoneCuber5 for a massive discount. Nearby, I found the RS Pyraminx, which is actually like a budget version of the Waylong, although the Waylong is still very cheap, so you might as well just get the Waylong. But Moyu does love releasing loads of cubes, and you can get very good maglev Pyraminx for just £10. Walking a little bit further, here are all the Gan cubes. Not only do they sell the most premium 3x3s, but also a Pyraminx, a Scoob, a 2x2, and even a Megaminx. This is a Gan Pyraminx Enhanced. It actually costs way more than the Waylong. However, Lincoln Jiang is the world record holder for the triangle Rubik's Cube, and guess what cube he uses? The Gan Enhanced. So maybe this premium Pyra will make you extremely fast too. For 3x3s, I got to see the £24 Gan 356M, which is actually one of the most affordable and decent Gan cubes you can buy. There's also multiple versions of 3x3s like the Gan 11M or M Duo or Gan 11M Pro. Looking further, here were all the Gan flagships like the 12, the 13 and the 14. On the top of the shelf, I found Animals, which are actually these massive 2x2 shape mods. On the opposite shelf, I saw Speed Stacks timers. Next to this was the Super Waylong, which I think has the best packaging ever. If you thought Gan's packaging was so amazing or innovative, or you store your RS3M version 5 inside a robot box, check out the Super Waylong. It's inside a bag, and this is Moyu's flagship speed cube with up to 20 core magnets and maglev. Combine the Megaminx and a big cube together and you get a huge Minx. The Gigaminx is like a 5x5 Megaminx, and the Pyraminx is like a 7x7 Megaminx, and the Pyraminx is like a 9x9 Megaminx, which must take an incredibly long time to solve. I saw so many puzzles in stock as well as loads of 3x3s. Are you ready for me to attempt cubing challenges at the SpeedCubing.org warehouse, like solving a giant 40cm Rubik's Cube? But before, Daniel challenged me to doing a crazy Pyraminx relay. Pyra. It's the easiest WCA event, right? It cannot be hard. Oh, they are all different sizes. A giant Pyraminx all the way to like the smallest Pyraminx. This is a crazy Pyraminx relay. In the warehouse, there's 5 giant Pyraminxes of all different sizes, and some small, some large.
First Pyraminx solved.
So now I'm solving like such a tiny Pyraminx, you won't be able to see this one on camera. I decided to start using a normal size Pyraminx, then the mini Pyra. Okay, L4E. It's quite weird finger tricking on a tiny cube. So this cube I've decided to do all the tips first. The slightly bigger Pyraminx, the giant Pyraminx,
confused with what you're doing. Thought maybe it's more advanced Pyraminx stuff than I understand.
I then ended with the huge giant Pyraminx. This was so hard to turn that I decided to force a +2 penalty intentionally. And +2! 2 minutes and 8 seconds. I think it would have taken me longer than 2 seconds to do those last turns.
Right.
Still a slow time that it was just over 2 minutes because I suck at giant Pyraminx, and you'll see why when Daniel Evans effortlessly gets them all in 1 minute. Yeah, sorry Daniel for mis-scrambling your huge giant Pyraminx into a case with just a 3-move body and a 3-move tips. But even if I did scramble it correctly like I did for the other Pyras, he's still way faster than me. 1 minute 10? What? Even with less efficient solutions, the CEO of SpeedyCubing.org is just amazing at turning big cubes. And I don't necessarily just mean big M by N, but also giant cubes like a Pyraminx or a 3x3.
I think that was less than 6 moves. 1, 2.
After this, I was so jealous that I decided to give it another go and got sub 2 minutes. Yay, but still not great. I'm gonna try out the 40cm Rubik's Cube, and of course, watch how speedy Daniel Evans is at scrambling this giant.
And he's got an upper.
Oh, cool. I'll use the RUF out. And this is why I don't know my PLLs, because I struggled so much on the RPM. For the next scramble, Daniel Evans decided to give me just an RPM case. Before my attempt, you can see me practicing the RPM on 3x3 loads of times while Daniel Evans is showing me another giant cube, which can be used as like cube storage. 3, 2, 1, go. I was so confident during the RPM, but oh no, I did F prime instead of F. Why? I then fixed my OLL, but oh no, I got a Z perm case. I really wasn't sure what to do, so I paused forever, and then I just decided to do 2 U perms because I thought that was the best idea. I can't believe it took me 1 minute and 58 seconds just to do the RPM. Since I only made one tiny mistake during the RPM, Daniel decided to offer me another try at this case, and an almost perfect 16-second RPM. Although, because I was too desperate to stop the timer like SpeedyGoneCuber, it was actually 18 seconds because of a +2. However, I'm still very happy that I have mastered a difficult PLL case. Maybe not as difficult as the E-perm, however, I got it right first try. Yay! Then Daniel Evans gave me a V-perm case, and I thought there's no way, so instead I decided to go for a Y-perm into a U-perm, but for some stupid reason I stupidly executed the U-perm from the wrong angle and did not even notice seconds after I stopped the timer very easily. With what? So I saw an opposite sticker and I was like, oh great, we got a sold side at the back, and then I just did. As a result of this DNF, I decided to time myself just doing a giant U-perm. This time, I made sure to carefully spend multiple seconds just making sure that the cube was solved. Solved? Oh wait, there's one more side I need to check. I think all 6 sides are matching. This resulted in a very safe 22-second U-perm success. Ready, set, go. No way, I just got a sub 20 G-perm on the giant cube. That's faster than what I did for the U-perm. However, when Daniel gave me the inverse of that G-perm case, I really struggled after the first couple of moves, so I went back a couple of steps to solve the corners but with the J-perm. But no, I got a Z-perm case again. So 2 U-perms, here we go, sub 1 minute. At least it's still faster than my first ever attempt of an R-perm. Finally, Daniel scrambled the giant Rubik's Cube to a Z-perm case. This time, instead of just doing 2 U-perms, I went with the MU-AUG, which took me 30 seconds. Remember, my best challenge will appear at the end of this video, but before that, I got to try a short mini challenge. This is a normal size 3x3, so what's challenging? You'll see that number 1, it's the wrong color scheme, and number 2, it shows an impossible combination. And now... Y-perm, but then I've got to take a couple of edge pieces out. This was the closest I could get. My final challenge, one of the highlights of my visit to the SpeedCubing.org warehouse, was to solve the 4x4 mirror cube Blindfolded. I initially had no idea how long this was going to take, and I also had no idea whether I would succeed or not. You may be wondering, how can you solve a 4x4 blindfolded without any memorization? Well, actually, the way a mirror cube works is instead of recognizing the colors, you just fill the shapes. And all I had to do was make sure that all 6 sides are smooth for the cube to be solved. Obviously, it was pretty difficult not being able to really see anything, but let's just use the Yao method and do one step at a time. While I was carefully trying to build my first 2 centers, Daniel decided to take a photograph of me doing this challenge to show a cool Instagram story to ask other cubers if they think I would succeed at this challenge. This was at the moment where I almost felt like giving up.
Get the correct one of my last cross edge pieces.
However, when Daniel told me how many believed I would actually succeed at solving the 4x4 mirror cube blindfolded, I felt extremely motivated to keep going. Once my last 4 centers were complete, everything else became so much easier. I just decided to use trial and error to match just one edge piece at a time until I succeeded at all 8. During 3x3 stage, I kept saying, please don't get parity over and over again, but no, I got PLL parity. At least it's better than OLL parity. If I mess up the execution, I might just give up. Let's see how I did. And... Hold on. Wait, is that solved? I think I've solved it. Okay, let's stop the timer. 42 minutes. I solved this completely blindfolded. I successfully solved a 4x4 mirror Rubik's Cube blindfolded in over 42 minutes. That's crazy. I don't even care how long it took me. I'm just glad I successfully did it. Look at all the SpeedCubes and Twisty puzzles. SpeedCubing.org is the best place to buy SpeedCubes, and make sure to use the discount code SpeedyGoneCuber5 for 5% off any orders. After this awesome video, I realised that I clearly don't know my last layer algorithm that well. As a result, I've just decided to create a speedcubing website called SpeedyGoneCuber.com, featuring my step-by-step instructions for solving the Rubik's Cube and strategies for improving your speed. On the SpeedyGoneCuber website, you can learn intuitive F2L and find my best algorithms for 2-look OLL, 2-look PLL, full OLL and full PLL, with clear explanations on how to recognize each case, and more. I look forward to hearing your feedback, and happy cubing!